Back to another what if. What if Deku was Spider-Man? Part 4. So let's begin our what if. So we start off with Deku running on top of a building. Just running, bolting, super fast, thinking on what he wants. He jumps in the air, dives, releases his spider web, starts swinging across buildings, just like a spider. Deku, being Tokyo's savior, protecting the world, protecting everybody who is in danger. No matter what's the cost. Deku is only a 19-year-old boy. Doesn't know no clue of life yet. But he's already a man in his age. Deku has fought several villains, several thugs. And what's the cost? Nothing. He's doing this for his Uncle Ben. And for the words he was told, with great power comes great responsibility. And that's what a wise man told him. The next week, you follow from Deku, just graduating from high school. And this is how it all plays out. Class 1 2A, you guys have graduated from high school. You are now allowed to throw your hats in the air. Deku throws his hats in the air. Melissa does the same. And Kendo does the same. Harry does the same. And Bakugo and the rest of the class. All the adults, all the parents, all the teachers that have been with them for the past few years are clapping. And like how these people were just kids and now they're adults. And Aunt May's crying. Deku runs to Aunt May and says, Aunt May, are you alright? And he gives her a hug. And Aunt May's like, oh dear. Uncle Ben would be proud, wouldn't he? And Deku's like, yeah, I know Aunt May. He'll be proud. And Aunt May, there's something I need to tell you. And then an explosion happens at a building. And Deku's spidey sense triggers. And Deku's like, I'm sorry, Aunt May, I can't talk right now. Aunt May's like, but you're about to tell me something. Deku's like, I'll tell you later. Deku starts running, and then Harry stops Deku and he's like, dude, why are you running? Dude, we just became adults. Full-on adults, meaning we can basically get girls easily. With my credit card to go to the club, we are down to get so many girls. You know, Deku is already gone, disappeared into an alleyway. You see Deku running straight at us, removes his shirt, seeing the Spider-Man symbol, leaps into the air, and starts swinging on his webs. Then he starts crawling on buildings, running just like a spider can. Then Deku dives into the building. And he's like, anybody hurt? I'm here to save you. Because I'm Spider-Man. Then from nowhere, we see this shark pull Spider-Man and push him back. Deku goes unconscious for a second, wakes up, about to hit his back, But Deku pulls up with his web shooters and swings straight up in the air. Kicks Shocker, the one who knocked him out. And then says, "Hey Shocker, nice to meet you again. How was your day at prison?" Deku, leaping in the air, puts all his web shooter powers and he yanks Shocker off the building. Then starts doing combos in the air. Left, right, uppercut, kick, side kick. You name it. Shocker's materials that he was wearing falling off, not even repairing itself as usual. Deku, not sure if Shocker would die if he just leaves him there, falling. And Deku's like, "I guess I have to be a hero right now." Deku swings down and he dives head first, grabs Shocker, yanks him, and webs him up to the side of the building. And Deku pins him and he's like, "Hey, now tell me, who are you working with?" Shocker's like, "He's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me." "Who's gonna kill you? Who's gonna kill you?" And Shocker's like, "I can't tell, but he wears green, he wears purple, he just wears so many colors, he's scary, he's a goblin." Deku's like, "What the? Tell me where's the base, right now." And Shocker's like, "I can't tell you. You will die. I will die. All 5 of us will die." "All 5 of you? Who's the rest of the 5? Shocker's like, "You've already met half of them. But the rest, I haven't seen yet, or even heard of. But he's coming to take your powers. Spider-Man, don't tell him. I'm gonna die." And Spider-Man's like, "Hey, by the way, don't forget you're going to prison for life. You tried to assault me, tried to assault several other people in that building. Good thing I've just sent firefighters to take them out of the building. Now you, my friend, is going to prison for life. And goodbye." Deku starts swinging, and he's like, "That was an awkward conversation, I guess." And Deku's like, "A green guy in a suit. Green Goblin. Catchy name, but doesn't flow with me. Maybe I should just take more pictures of myself." And guys, I'm gonna tell you what happened to Norman Osborn after that day. He kind of took the Goblin Serum. After that day, he was missing for several months. And there was this mysterious killer killing people randomly. And Harry thought his dad just went to a business trip, as always, as his dad is a billionaire. And it's very normal for him to see his dad not around. And so Harry, he's basically taking the company a little bit, but he's allowing the government to use them at the same time as Norman is far, far away, somewhere in Harry's mind. Well, Norman, he's changed. He's normal Norman. Norman, he's gone. In this time, in this story, it's not like the Spider-Man comics where Norman could control, but he can't. this time he cannot control it. It's so different that it's not like Hulk, where he can control it if he trains. He can never control it. And yeah, the Goblin, it takes over the body. It's like a symbiote. And Green Goblin, he wants Spider-Man's blood because he's selfish. That blood wasn't meant to cure his wife. And Harry still thinks his mom is dead, but his actual mom is alive. But in the lab, by that spider that Deku got bit, was meant to basically heal her forever. And that plan failed. And Green Goblin found out that somebody got bit by that spider and gained powers. And that person is Spider-Man. And that's why Green Goblin wants to kill him. With all the things he has. His team, the Sinister Six. Now we follow from Deku. Let me say 2 months later. Deku goes up the stairs of his complex apartment and he bumps into his landlord. And this is Mr. Digovich. And Mr. Digovich is like, Izuku, give me rent. Deku's like, sir, I don't have rent. I'm sorry. I thought the rent was due on November the 6th. And Mr. Digovich is like, no, give me rent. You think money grows on trees? Huh? I see a 5 yen. Give it to me. Now. And Deku's like, Mr. Digovich, this is all I have. My apartment is just already starting. I just moved in just a couple days ago. I just moved in 4 days ago and I haven't even packed yet. I'm too busy on my old schoolwork, my job that doesn't pay me anything, and yeah. And Mr. Digovich is like, you really think I care? Give it to me. And then we see Mr. Digovich's daughter, and she's like, Izuku, I'm sorry about my dad. He is just strange. And Deku's like, oh, and who are you again? And Deku and the girl was like, my name is May. I work at the university place where I make suits for the heroes, the training pro hero kids, you know. And Deku's like, cool. I'm actually applying to that school because I do kind of have a jumping quirk and it boosts all my stamina and all that, so yeah. And May's like, cool, maybe we could be friends someday. And Deku's like, yeah, I think we could be friends. Anyway, I need to go in my apartment right now, so bye. And May says bye. Deku goes into his apartment, realizing that he doesn't have a bed. Deku falls on the floor and just sleeps there with no blanket, just with his clothes and a towel that he baths with. And Deku wakes up. And he's like, I really hate it up here. It's really a pain in the Then Deku sees several explosions out of his window, and he's like, what again? Another Spider-Man mission? I am done with this. But I guess I made an oath that I was going to be Spider-Man. So I have to do this. Deku changes, puts on his mask, climbs out of his window, leaps, jumps, starts swinging. And then Deku comes closer to exploded lab, and it's Roxxon. Roxxon is a very popular place in the comics, which kind of affects Tony Stark, Spider-Man, basically all the Marvel heroes. You may also know them from the Miles Morales game, from the trailer, but they are very apparent in the comics. Deku dives in, he's like, anybody out there? Then we see this guy in a glider. It's pitch black. There's smoke everywhere. Deku in the middle of a road. Everything's empty. Just a burnt up lab and a flying green goblin in the sky, looking at him. Then we see Scorpion. And he's waving his tail, about to kill Spider-Man. Then we see Rhino, and he's like, it's bone-crushing time. And Deku's like, wait a minute, is Rhino that guy I beat in that wrestling match? When I tried to learn combat? That's pretty funny. But, whoa, I messed up that guy's career. Deku looks around him, seeing if there's another villain. Deku sees Mr. Negative. You may know him from the Spider-Man PS4 game as Mr. Lee. And yeah, he's there. There's no Darkhawk, no Electro yet, and all that into the team. Teams would change in years apparent, and yeah. Right now there's 3 of them right there. 4 of them right there. And Deku's like, so I guess you up there are the leader, isn't that right? You want my blood, or you just want to kill me? I'm sorry what happened to your whatever, your plan, but I have to stop you right now. The Green Goblin's like, you really think you'll stop me? You took everything from me. Now, Spider, the raindrops have fallen, and you're gonna get drowned to death. Deku gets pulled with Martin Lee's grapple negativity energy. Deku's like, how do I get out of this? Then it hallucinates Deku. Deku faints. Deku wakes up. He's in a room. He sees the enemies, and everything's black. And he touches his face, and he's maskless, meaning he's not wearing his mask, meaning they know his secret identity. Well, as I said, Newman doesn't have no control of the Green Goblin, so he doesn't know right now that that's Deku, his son's best friend. And Deku's like, what do you want? Just Leave me alone in my city. And Green Goblin's gonna say, this is gonna be easy, Spider-Man. Gonna peel you nice and slow. The Rhino punches Spider-Man. Spider-Man gets knocked out. And that, my friend, is the end of our part 4. And guys, please like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Anytime if, you're bored, I just come and you get to press it and you watch my video. And yeah, share this to family members, friends, who watch anime. Other people who are not interested, they're just annoying. They won't understand. But yeah, shout out to the person who created this song, because it's actually a nice catchy beat. And the rest of my enemies that have music backgrounds, shout out to them. Shout out to MCU and Sony for working a deal for Spider-Man. Shout out to all the actors who play Spider-Man. Shout out to Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, who curated our favorite superhero, one of our favorites. If you got a different opinion on that, superheroes ever created, Spider-Man, and RIP to both of them. May their souls rest in peace. And I guess that's it. Guys, hope you guys have a wonderful night, wonderful Saturday and Sunday. And may we all, Spidey fans, have, with great power comes great responsibility. Goodbye.